Hi, it's Nikki Clarke. Welcome to the Nikki Clarke Show. I'm really excited to have you back here because we're going to be talking about things of inspiration, transforming lives one story at a time. And I'm excited to have people from all walks of life to come on and share their heart stories. I have a good friend who's back again for probably the fourth or fifth time. We stopped counting, and she is the founder of the Bridgroup of Companies. Please welcome Natasha Bridgmohan to the show.
Hey, Nikki.
How you doing?
So nice to see you again.
Good to see
Welcome,
you.
everyone. Welcome, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And it's true. How long has it been now? It's I know it's been maybe a couple of years, but we've had interactions. I don't know how many times, maybe 5 times or 6. Stop counting.
In the studio, off the studio. You know, we're both advocates for change, and knowledge is power, as usual.
Absolutely.
And helping and uplifting young children and assisting seniors and so forth. So it's been a very terrific ride, and I know this is probably going to be one of my last shows with you. Yes, and it's a bittersweet moment, but I'm also excited about your journey ahead.
Thank you.
In politics and everything, and I wish you all the best. And
I appreciate it.
Excited to talk to the audience in respect to what we're going to be doing to continue to change and empower their lives.
Awesome. Well, it's great to always connect with a change agent, and let's get into it. So for those who haven't had the pleasure of, getting to know you before today, let's talk quickly about how you started this amazing company and what services you offer.
So I started the Bridgroup of Companies as the founder 16 years ago, and it's grown tremendously into such a bigger community of all walks of life. So young and old, senior, first-time home buyers, students who require financial literacy.
Yes.
Education is very, very important, and knowledge is power. That's something that I really resonate with my students and my clients. And one thing that the Bridge offers is a home of offers financial services peace of mind, from real estate services to mortgage services, investment, credit, and consulting, you name it. If you're in need for financial advice and you need to find a cure for your situation, and with a good exit strategy and action plan, my philosophy is very simple. If you fail to plan, Nikki, you plan to fail. So it's very, very important. And what we do is, we get right in front of our clients' face. We sit with them, we interact with them, we engage, and we're very compassionate, and we provide empathy in each of their situation. And whether I'm dealing with a first-time home buyer or a person who's not educated at all and have experience in credit challenges, or a wealthy investor that's looking to diversify their portfolio, we're able to service, the variety of clients. So it's been a journey. It's continued to be a journey, and I'm really looking forward to carrying it through, many, many decades to come.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we need to have you be part of this dialogue. It's important conversations to have, because I think people, like you said, if they don't plan, then there's really a little bit of chaos that can happen in what always happens in life, the unexpected. So let's talk about maybe people who've experienced loss, maybe divorce or separation of a partner. They've put everything together. They put all their money together, and now they find themselves alone. And then part of that is recovery, because they went through debt and maybe late payments on credit cards and all that, and they find themselves with bruised credit. How do they recover from that?
So that is a great question. We actually do a lot of separation and divorce situation, and there's a lot of resources and tools out there available for individuals who are going through these separation or divorce challenges. And at the Bridgroup of Services, what we do is we sit down, we engage an action plan for them. And a lot of people don't even know, if you're recently divorced, you could be considered immediately as a first-time home buyer and take advantage of those incentives. And you don't need a family law lawyer to complete a legal separation agreement or a divorce. If you are divorcing amicably and your partner and you can sit around a round table, we can save you thousands of dollars. I just saved a couple $40,000.
Wow. $40,000.
Yeah, $40,000 in legal fees, and they were and they took that money that they saved and put it towards their own down payment of their own separate home. So
Wonderful.
it was really great. And then in order for credit challenges, sometimes the mess is not as big as it should be, or it really is. So what we're able to do is we're able to sit down and look at their credit situation and cross those T's and dot those I's and make sure that all those credit challenges are dealt with, and they're as efficiently and quickly as possible to avoid further damage and quick recovery on their credit report. So plenty of options a person has that's going through financial hardship or just simple separation where they need guidance. So what I really resonate with my audience is, if you know someone who's going through a separation or a divorce, before seeking legal advice in terms of a family law lawyer. And they're very, very good. I have very amazing family law lawyers that I can definitely refer my clients to. But I also ask, let's have a mature conversation. Where are you at? Before rushing into things, you can save thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. And that's the thing I love about your company. It's more than just transactional. It's about relationships, right?
It's about changing lives.
It's about changing lives, transforming lives, and you sit, you educate, but you also support. There's also a follow-up.
Absolutely.
And that's
relationships are very, very important. I mean, the biggest purchase a person will make in their entire life would be buying a home. That's the biggest financial transaction for 99% of the population. And the most second important thing a person will do in terms of committing to a relationship is marriage, right? And then third is building a family. So we do understand that process of lifestyle changes happens forever and indefinite. And so the Bridge Group definitely understands. Our mission statements is not only empowering and changing lives, but it's also to keep a long-term relationship, because relationships are, very, very important. And individuals have unforeseen circumstances that happen in their life. And once they know that they have a partner, an ally, like the Bridge Group of Companies looking out for them, we're able to give them on-the-spot, quick options that are available, to save them from harm or financial loss or making the wrong decision because they're making it on emotion. So as their ally, who's a subject matter expert, I'm able to look at things, unbiasedly and fair, and give them the best educated option available for them.
Absolutely. An objective, but a very caring way of presenting the facts. And
it's a balance. Like in our industry, finance is cutthroat, very compliant. Real estate is, all about sales and interaction and market changes and volatility. Credit, it's black and white, it's good or bad. Consulting is very ambiguous. Everybody sees things different and have different opinion. So as a leader, my job is to be objective, is to be that voice for those who aren't able to speak, and be able to recognize that there's more than one alternative route for success, and try to bring that expectation on behalf of my client and set a plan for success, and measure what their goals are and plan it out in a timeline, help them be their own, rainmaker of their own success. So it's always been a ride. It's fun. Every client I meet, I always tell my staff, every morning it's so different, and it's so fun because, there's so many different clients that I get to meet face to face, speak over the phone, travel, and just to hear their life stories and their experience and their challenges and their wins and their losses and their interaction of how they see things should have been done or could have been done, or what they're doing, they think it's right, but it's not benefiting them.
Yes.
And to be that ally and to be that subject matter expert in helping them realize that there's so much more opportunity for success is such a good feeling. It's a great feeling. Yeah.
And there's always a good feeling when I come around you or interact with your staff. Now, I've been a director of some things, but I've never been a director of joy. Now, the fact that you have a director of joy speaks volumes of the type of relationships that you have with your clients.
Yes. Do you hear that, Amy? Amy is my director of joy. Amy, I'll tell you the story really quickly. It's a beautiful relationship story, how I found Amy. Amy is a divorcee, and she is a wonderful mom of 2 young adult boys, and she's has so much spark and energy, and she was a divorcee. She found me at a speaking forum, and basically she invested with our company, and she's doing well. Her portfolio is growing, and she came to her meeting with me, and we started chatting, and it just got off course because I'm just the way I am. I always want to know where my clients are, what they're doing, and we just our paths crossed. Our journey was going in the same direction. And, you know, I was looking for a marketing person to really help the organization bring forth our message to our community faster, bigger, more profound, and fun way too as well. And Amy took it, and she took it and she ran with it. And I said to her, listen, she goes, well, what's my title? And I said to her, what do you think your title should be? She goes, I could pick my own title? Mm-hmm. I said, of course you can. And, you know, that's what makes her a great leader. She took it, you know, she took the bull by its horn. She brainstormed. She goes, this is what I want to be. And I said, why do you want to be that? Because this is what I'm going to do. And not only she's doing it, she's coming up with wonderful, wonderful ways to educate and promote and brand our message to the community. And it's so fun, you know, to have a director of joy. And now we have a brand warrior. And we also have a video ninja. So it's growing. It's an exciting times at the Bridge Group that's happening. So I'm excited to see everything evolve and grow and so forth, and what our audience and clients have to say. They're liking it. They're liking the feel. So it's good. I'm happy.
I can see the glow. The things are just beautifully evolving with your company. Now, I just wanted to ask you something, because I've been talking to some millennials, and there's a lot of concern about housing and being able to realize the dream of owning a home. For some, it means maybe 20, 25 years before they can afford the down payment. What are your observations about that?
You know, it is a bittersweet conversation for me, because I'm a mother of two, and I have a daughter who's 17 going to university next year, and she's a very young, ambitious person who, you know, wants to grow her mini empire, and she wants to change the world, but she also wants to be independent and own real estate. And it's alarming right now. I think it's a crisis in our country. The younger generation, the millennial and the Generation Z that's growing, historically will be the most educated human race ever created on this planet. But yet, to own real estate is extremely challenging, based on the stress tests and the very compliant rules that our government has set. And I personally don't see any logic behind it. I think there's more to it than just cooling off the housing market. And I think there can be, if we have a more fair roundtable of educators that are actually directly in this line of industry, give better opportunities in terms of different options, how to help the youths and the young Canadians own real estate. But yeah, it is it's falling in deafening ears, and it's very unfortunate. But you know, my philosophy in times of need, of times of desperation or times of needs, there's also opportunities. So I also, you know, I have a whiteboard, I have a vision board. You know, I dot my thoughts down, and I kind of figure out what you can do. How can you help a millennial? Well, I know our time is limited, but there's so many ways. If you look at things just in a box and what you're hearing and reading in the news, and most news is negative content, because that's the only thing people usually listen to. But let's take that out, that sentiment where it's going to be, you know, next impossible for millennials to buy a home. And let's look about being creative. How can you think out of the box and change that mindset? Okay, this is what you have to work with, but what else can you change? So how do you change increasing your down payment? There's many things that you can do to increase your down payment. If your parents can't afford to give you your down payment, maybe you can borrow the money from your parents, from their line of credit, and pay interest only. Maybe you can borrow from your credit card. Maybe you can borrow an RSP loan. Maybe you can get a grant. Maybe you can get a property that's legalized and you can use the rental income as additional cash flow. Maybe you can get a strong cosigner. There are so many areas where you can increase your down payment. Credit, if your credit is a challenge, you have absence of credit, no credit, or you have new credit or not enough credit, that is the most simplest thing to fix if you call in and work with the right people, such as the Bridge Group and team. And opportunity of staying where you want to be. Like, Toronto is one of the most expensive cities in the world. I get it. But how does a millennial get into a Toronto market? So many things, buying a condo, sharing the cost, buying a decrepit home, converting it to multiple units. There's so many things. Or get a group of you to buy and get it into 2, 3, 4 share the mortgage and expenses, 2 to 3 owners, but then build the value up, and then you guys all can increase your down payment to get into your own homes. So you got to think different to get different results. Okay. And that's the key for success. And most financial companies, with all due respect, usually follow mandate and go with black and white. At the Bridge Group, what we do is we try to think out of the box. We try to be creative. Of course, we follow the rules, but at the same time, there are very, very open opportunities that are available that is not written in black and white. All you have to do is just, where there's a will, there's a way. That's the way I see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we can go down the list, but we'll be here all night, Nikki.
Well, you know what? It's been really eye-opening to hear what you have to say. Like, some stuff that I really had no idea, and I can just imagine the listeners too, and the viewers are, getting that aha moment by what you're sharing. So there's so much more. Do you have like workshops, or do you have any events coming up where people can come by and meet you in a kind of a drop-in basis?
Yeah, so here's a great thing. We have plenty of workshops happening. You can follow us on any of the social media icons, from Twitter to LinkedIn to Facebook to Instagram. We are all over. Bridge Group of Companies, #ChangingLives, or Natasha Bridgmohan. Our next workshop is October the 19th. Okay. It's all about changing lives, getting into the real estate market. It's a great opportunity. It's a free seminar.
Okay, great.
It's worth $500, 2 hours, and we do it for free. It's my way of giving back to the community. If you leave learning just one thing new that you didn't know before, I've done my job. So that's the next workshop. But if you are in a rush to getting into a home, or you're going through a divorce, or you have credit issues, you can always call us directly at 1-866-553-7467. And my team will be more than happy to set you up with a teleconference call or Skype meeting or face-to-face meeting, whatever you are more comfortable with. So definitely we have many ways of contacting us.
Many avenues of getting in touch and having your life changed. Natasha, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Just mention one more time to the audience where you can find you on social media, quickly.
So you can Google me, Natasha Bridgmohan, Facebook, #ChangingLives, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, website, toll free, 1-866-553-7467, the Bridge Group of Companies, home of all your financial needs. Looking forward to changing your life.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Natasha. Come back again.
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Thank you so much. All right. Blessings. Natasha Bridgmohan. Check her out on social media. Thank you so much for what you do. We'll be back.
The Nikki Clarke Show, transforming lives one story at a time. If you would like to be a guest or become a part of our live studio audience, or even to become a sponsor, just go to www.NikkiClarkeNetwork.com.